Welcome back to Media Mesh, where I give you my unapologetic opinion on everything from music, movies, news, reality, TV, and so much more as we go down a rabbit hole. Now, I got to tell you from the door, this is the home for the intelligent dissection of social media. So you may want to click off right now. Okay, no harm, no foul. I'm telling you, but if you continue listening, you most likely will not agree with me on this. All right, time's up. All right, let's get to it. So I'm sure everybody's seen this brawl, and we're going to play it really quick, and then we're going to intelligently dissect this. Now, my opinion may be a bit skewed because I'm definitely tired of seeing black folk wild out and acting a goddamn fool. All right. So let's look at this situation, and then we're going to talk about it because a lot of people obviously feel differently than me. And again, my opinion may be a bit skewed, but that's because I'm seeing a lot of foolishness going on. So let's watch this, and I'm going to be objective as I possibly can because that's what I do. I try to be fair and balanced. So let's look at this.
You can walk away. I'll get your stuff.
Get my stuff.
Yes.
Get my stuff.
Get out.
Get my
You think we're doing?
Get my stuff.
Call the police. Call the police.
Get off me.
Hold on, let me call.
Get off me.
Somebody's on the phone, right?
Get off me.
Somebody's on the phone with the police, right?
Yeah, I'm on the phone with the police.
All right, let's get to it. Now, the obvious is, for most people with a very limited view of things will say, well, why wouldn't they just give her stuff? Now, we are missing some key information here. But one thing we can assess automatically is that she got fired, and she got fired for a reason. Now, the behavior that she's exhibiting at this point is probably what led up to her being fired. Now, does that mean that you deserve to be tossed to the ground like a rag doll? No. But you don't know who you're messing with at times either, right? You do see her assault the black dude, popped him in the face. The white boy is like, listen, I'm not having that today at all. Now, I definitely don't condone violence on women. But at the same time, in this situation, did it take all of this? When you get fired, at some places, they withhold your things. Not saying that this is the type of place that they will do that, but I do know when you work in the corporate sector, they get your box together. They come bring you to the room and talk to you. Hey, listen, we're going to have to let you go. And while they're in there talking to you, they're getting your box together. And in the same breath, the security is going to be bringing your belongings down to the front desk. Okay, that's how it works in the corporate world. I don't know what's going on in this situation, but at the same time, she's acting as if they're going to keep her belongings for the rest of their lives. Like she's fighting tooth and nail to get your things back. Don't you think this could be resolved in a calmer way? Did it take all of this? So I want to know, why did you get fired? Not that it justifies anything, but this is out of hand. This is out of control. It did not take all this from both sides, to be honest. I mean, he did a power slam. He's like, you know what? You better get about it. He said, I'm not the one. You understand? But the black boy took the slap pretty easy, which is the most, we generally try to play it cool, right? Brothers mean, she not even worth the effort to be trying to really fight, right? Most guys are not going to be slapping up on women. But Obviously, everybody may look at that a little bit different. White boy is not having it today. And if you think about it, if you want to say what the white boy did was wrong, then you also have to acknowledge that what she did to this black guy is wrong. He's being calm, cool, collected, trying to, hey, listen, get up out of here with the foolishness. He grabbed the chair from her. He did not harm her in any kind of way. She just hauled off and popped him because she couldn't hit the white boy. This is not necessary. It's just my opinion. Now, what do I know? Right? I know most of you probably going to disagree, but I did give you a chance to get up out of here. So if you're still here listening, then this is my take on it. We have to do better. We see so many situations where black people, and I'm black, right, just do not know how to conduct themselves in a professional manner. And it's to your detriment. Now, granted, if the police came, who do you think they would have arrested as the aggressor? Would it be the white guy? Or would it be her because she's in here wilding out, throwing stuff and trying to cause bodily injuries to people, but she's too little and she doesn't have the strength to actually do anything? But at the same time, you would have got arrested. And you see how she hauled off and slapped dude? Now, he got some serious restraint. Serious restraint. You have to commend the brother right there. He's like, listen, this little girl is not worth it. You jumping over counters, picking up stuff, trying to hit people. It didn't take all this. That's just me. Now, let's get to some comments because, again, I know I think a little bit different than most people. In the same time, I don't deal with the foolishness. Everybody too grown to be still acting a fool. As Prince said, act your age, not your shoe size. Now, let's see what people got to say. Now, one person said this could have been avoided after being terminated. Clearly, this young woman just wanted her belongings so she could leave. However, due to poor management, she was being forced out of the establishment without allowing her to get her things, so tempers flared, escalating the situation. The female was wrong, but she was provoked. I commend the black gentleman who didn't return blows after being struck by the female. The white guy took this as an opportunity to slam a female to the floor, not taking into consideration that she could have hit her head and or injured herself, causing her death. Okay. All right, we're taking it a bit far. So this is a pretty fair assessment from this particular person who made a comment to a degree. Now, I don't know that the white guy took this as an opportunity just to slam a female to the floor. But, you know, I mean, like I said, some people just ain't having it. You know what I'm saying? Some people just like, listen, you know what I mean? I'm not justifying anything. I want to be clear. But you cannot dictate the reaction of other people. Now, again, I definitely am not about violence. Do I think there would have been a different outcome if she got fired? Okay, you got to go. But I'm sure before all this, transpired, there was a lot of cussing and carrying on, a lot of extraness taking place. So that's why he's pissed off. He's not having it. Again, not justifying anything, but you can see how things can escalate depending on how you attack a situation. So, and some people meet you right where you at. If you're on some foolishness, well, listen, I'm about to join you on the foolishness journey, and then it's just going to be what it is. All right. Now, let's go to another comment. Somebody says he could have simply let he. Well, hey, listen, I ain't write this. I'm just reading what people wrote. He could have simply let I'm assuming her, get her belongings and let her leave. There was no reason to throw her on the floor like a rag doll. Was she not running toward him, trying to fight him, though? I'm going to just interrupt that comment. Are we watching the same thing? Are we watching the same thing? It wasn't like, well, maybe because how this is coming in, because there was more to this video, but this is the one I'm showing you guys. But it did not start like this. Let's be clear. If it was just a matter of, okay, hey, could you pass me my stuff so I can get up out of here? Do you think this would have still went this way? Let me know. I could be wrong. Anyway, let's move on. He says there was no reason to throw her on the ground, floor like a rag doll. I'll just say it would end well for the manager if this were I'm assuming it wouldn't end well for the manager if this was his daughter. You do not put your hands on a woman, period. It's true. Okay, well, hey, you know what? If it was I hope that my daughter has more restraint and common sense to be acting like a damn fool in the workplace, thinking that these people is going to keep her belongings for the rest of their life. So I hope my daughter will already know how to carry and conduct herself as a young lady should, in my unapologetic opinion, but that's just me. Anyway, moving on. Yeah, violence on women, especially black women, cannot be tolerated. But once the young lady was fired, she should have called the police herself to retrieve her personal belongings. But she kind of knew she was wrong too. That's why she got out of there quick. So brings up an interesting point. Now, I'm not sure about calling the police necessarily, because it wouldn't necessarily take that. But we, again, have to examine, and we don't have this information. But why was she fired? Was she fired for stealing? If she was fired for theft, then of course they're not going to let you go out there with your belongings. There had to be a reason. This is just my opinion of why they would withhold her belongings from her. Because normally, you fired, you got to go. Why would they want to be holding on to her belongings if there was not a reason? And so in this situation, yes, the police should have been called and let them sort it out. So that's where I'm at with that. So you guys tell me in the comments. I know some of y'all just ignorant, so y'all just gonna let it rip, and that's fine. But that's what this is all about, the intelligent dissection of social media. We can take the emotion out of it and just look at it for what it is. Let's have a conversation. Let's talk about it in the comments. Until next time, peace and blessings.